I've paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shots and kicked in my face, but I've come through. And I need to go on, 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 on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. The champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
Football game. Coach's interview show is here this afternoon at Scottie Field and the pregame show. And talking with head coach Scott Sword of the Whitefish Bulldogs about today's ball game. My first question was, quite honestly, they weren't expected to be here. And as he was talking about his first impressions of Glasgow, how he found out in his very first impressions of this Glasgow football team.
Well, our first impression of the Scotties was probably the word of mouth. You know, we talked to the Polson coaches. We didn't worry about the Scotties. We were so worried with Haber that we didn't think twice about the Scotties until a week ago. And our first Polson had so much respect for Glasgow's weapons. Defensively and offensively, Polson was very impressed with their personnel. The Earps kid, is a great athlete. Leibelt is a great athlete. Connors is a great athlete. Halleck is a great athlete. Halverson's a great athlete. I mean, they went on and on and on about the kids they had. We talked about where they played and how they did things, and they just having a weaknesses. So first thing we heard, we were scared to death.
So they were a little bit worried about Glasgow, their very first impressions. Now talking about all of those great athletes and the offensive starters, defensively, how does Whitefish plan to attack this talented offense?
Well, as we prepare for them defensively, trying to stop an offense that's potent, it means that we're forced to make sure that we cover everything. And we're a little bit broken in on that because we had to do the same thing against Havre last week. Once the hitting started, we found out that they have a running game. Wasn't going to dominate our defensive line at all, so that didn't bother us, and then we committed ourselves to the pass. In Glasgow, we're positive that Glasgow's running game has to be stopped first. We're going to try to take that away. If we can take that away, or at least slow it down, then we have to be anticipating and making sure that we're doing the jobs we're assigned on defense in the secondary, and hope that our athletes can match up and at least play an even game with them there.
Offensively, Whitefish, Coach Petrino mentioned it earlier in the week, they are basically balanced. They can run, they can pass. He was looking at that, Coach Petrino was. Offensively, how did Coach Ford plan to attack this Scottie defense today?
Well, we've been forced all season to be balanced. It wasn't a choice that we wanted to be balanced. We believe that you run the Western, you win the Western A by running the football, and the leading rushing team wins the crown every year. Well, we didn't win the rushing honors, and we didn't win the crown over there this year, but we have not been involved in a ball game yet this year where we haven't had to fight our way out of a terrible mess to try and win. So because of that, our kids have matured so much, even though we're starting 6 sophomores and 7 juniors. You know, we still have kids that are battle weary, and we're used to having the running game shut down. We're used to starting out mixing the ball up right away because we've been out hit up front. We're used to having to hang in and play good defensive ball games. We're used to making some mistakes and still manage to come out on top. So those are the kind of things that I'm sure we're going to run in against Glasgow, and they will be no surprise to our kids.
Well, if you didn't know what the weather's like here in Glasgow, it is not too bad for the weather we have had. The temperature is up above 20. There isn't any wind to really speak of for northeast Montana. The field's been brushed off. It looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit about the game in these type of conditions. How does Scott Ford feel about his Whitefish Bulldogs?
I haven't seen a state championship game yet that hasn't been a real dogfight. You know, there's 17 other teams in the Class A ranks that are sitting at home wishing they were here, and you don't get here unless you can hit. Our goal today is to try and hit with the Scotties, and our ultimate goal is to try and out-hit the Scotties. I don't know what the weather's going to affect both teams. I don't think it's going to affect either team more than the other because Glasgow's certainly well balanced. It could affect them possibly a little bit more in the fact that they've got such great speed also. However, it may not do that either because, you know, even their great speed has great size. We've got some quickness, but our quickness is in little bodies, so we'll have to see how that skates around out on the field today.
That's how Coach Scott Ford of the Whitefish Bulldogs feels about this Class A state championship game. We'll be back with Pat Petrino in 1 minute. Hey, now it's Scottie Field, and I talked with Coach Pat Petrino earlier in the week. His first impressions about Whitefish and what they were going to be facing in this state championship football game.
Well, first of all, I think we have to give all types of respect to Whitefish. They went to Ronan and beat Ronan 19-6, and then they played Havre, which we know is an outstanding football team, and as a result, was able to just hold those people to 7 points. So offensively, we're going to have to go to work and maybe find a way to move the football a lot, you know, better than we have as far as last week is concerned, but we feel that we can move the football against them. We haven't looked at all the film yet, but we feel they're a good football team defensively as well as offensively. They are a two-dimensional team in the sense that they do run the ball and also pass if you give them the pass. So we've got to work on those aspects of the football game.
Offensively, well, he thinks they're going to have to handle that size up front.
Well, I think number one, as we've done in the past, we're going to have to take care of the size up front that they have. They have two tackles. One is 293 and the other one's 200 pounds. So those are the things that we're going to be concerned about, handling the tackles up front and weighing the war up front. We feel that their secondary is susceptible to pass. We also feel that they're susceptible to counter, so hopefully we can work on that all week and make sure that we can get the game plan in as far as offense is concerned, and also run a lot of the option, all different options, counter option, and making sure that we have some misdirection in our offense this week, so it counteract our power play. But
defensively, what does Coach Petrino think he's going to be facing today?
we feel that they do have two outstanding running backs, in Pareto and also Johnson, and Johnson has the greater speed. Pareto's a power back. The cornerback is a sophomore, who's the coach's son, Schwartz his name, and he's an outstanding football player for being a sophomore. And we feel that as far as the running attack is concerned, we've got to stop the running attack. We feel that they start the game running, and then of course if we stop them against the run, which we've been very successful stopping teams against the run, we're going to work a lot more on the pass this week as well. And when they have to go to the pass, then we feel we've got to put some pressure on Mr. Schwartz, the sophomore, and see if he can accept the pressure just like we did the Colson quarterback. And that's one of the things that we're going into. We're going to pressure different ways, but we also got to respect the receivers of Whitefish. They have some outstanding receivers, and Madden is a wide receiver, and they have two tight end receivers. One is Cup, and then the other one is Johnson. They go to a one-back set, and Johnson moves out. So they do have outstanding receivers, so we're going to have to prepare defensively for the both dimensions of the football game.
Coach Petrino added that to win a state championship, near perfection. You've got to have it all, the offensive game, the defensive game, and that kicking game, and that's what he is striving for today. Well, we are getting ready to get set to get this thing underway for you here in Glasgow, Montana. We're on KLTZ Glasgow. We apologize for the trouble we had in the beginning, but we're set for the start of this football game. And welcome along, all your listeners, on KSKR in Whitefish, Montana. We're getting set for the kickoff. Rick Earp does the kicking for the Glasgow Scotties. And back deep to receive for the Whitefish Bulldogs. As the kickoff goes through the hands of the receiver, bounces near the goal line, and it is picked up by the receiver. Didn't pick up who that was. I think it was 49 back there with him, Mulder. But it went through the hands of Ty Kielbach, and that's how they start. Whitefish will start with a 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. We're getting set to get things underway. We apologize for the late start once again, fans, and we are with you now. We'll bring you live coverage throughout today. As Whitefish comes up with their 1st and 10 possession from the 15, the pitch back to the second back through goes to Prevost. Or that is Pareto. Check that, Pareto. The back with the carry around the right end. Timmy Connors in on the stop there, about an 8-yard gain. So a nice gain on the first offensive possession for the Whitefish Bulldogs. All right, we've got a second down and about 4 for Whitefish as the football comes out to the 23-yard line of Whitefish. They come out with that split back set. Quarterback Scott Ford. Behind him, Pareto and Feeder. We've got an offside call going to be against the Scotties as they jumped a little bit on that snap count. It looks like it'll be encroachment on the right defensive end, Greg Liebelt. That is the call, encroachment by Greg Liebelt. So Whitefish is going to pick up their first down on a penalty against the Scotties. And again, we'll try to get to the lineups here as we got a little bit of a late start this afternoon, and we'll try to get to them quickly for you when we can. As Whitefish comes up to the line offensively, Ford at quarterback still. He has him behind him, Pareto and Feeder. And he flanks out to the right, Matt Nalder, the flanker to the right. Ford drops back, pass rolls out to the right, pass underthrown, and Alder incomplete. It'll bring up a second down and 10 now for Whitefish. Quickly, the offensive line for the Bulldogs. They go across the front, averaging 188. Starting at the tight end today for backer is Corey McGavin. At the tackle, Chris Hadley. At a guard, Shane Prevo. At a center, Kelly St. Ange. At another guard, Mike Freeman. At the other tackle, Ross Garner. And at the split end, Bobby Tuff. The flanker is Matt Nalder. And you have heard the running backs in the backfield. We are now set for the second down and 10 play from Whitefish. The pitch goes back. This one is to Pareto. Pareto coming around the right side, picks up one block, gets out near the 30, where he is dropped by a swarming group of Glasgow Scottie defenders. That swarming tackling has been a big key for the Scotties throughout the year, Mike, and again, about 5 kids in on the tackle.
Yes, there was.
Mr. Halverson and Earps were in the backfield there, and that's the second time now that they've ran that sweep left and sweep right. It looks like Coach Ford is alternating his plays with number 49, Matt Nelder, and 19, Greg Newton, Todd Fedor, number 32. So we'll keep track of those for you Whitefish fans on the afternoon for you, as we've got a third down and about 6 for Whitefish, deep in their territory. The pass over the middle is complete to the tight end. Coming over the center, that is Corey McGavin with the first completion near midfield for Whitefish. And they're coming out with an offensive march, and they're not doing a bad job right now, Mike. No, they're not. There was a nice play. I think they learned a little bit from Glasgow. They tried to go on that long pound to get Glasgow offside, and it did not work. And just a tight end, quick pitch, pass right over the center. State A championship football in Glasgow, Montana, Scottie Field. Whitefish with a first down at 10. They are at the 40-yard line, 45-yard line, check that. Hand off this to Pareto as he tries to go over the left side, and the Scottie defense has been very effective against the rush this year. Stops that one for no gain. That was a nice play by Rick Earps. He did not get the tackle, but he was the one that broke it up, and Chip Halverson and Kevin Kirkland came in to make the stop. Defensively on the year, the Scotties have given up 978 total yards throughout their 11 games so far, or 10 games so far. That's about a 2.9 yards per carry for their opponents. As Whitefish attacks it one more time. Sword drops back the pass. He's looking over the right side. No, there is open. Complete. Out in Glasgow territory near the 44-yard line of Glasgow. And Whitefish has come out with runs, passes, and they may have surprised the defensive backfield for the Scotties early. Well, on that one, the Scotties defense is giving some ground on that. You know, and every game you see, they're feeling one another out. But I am a little bit surprised that Whitefish is mixing it up with both the pass and the run very effectively. Whitefish coming in here with a lot of sophomores on the starting lineup, 4 on the offense for you Glasgow fans listening in. They're a young football team. They come up with a lone setback now in the backfield. It is to Peter, and Peter takes a handoff and squirts through the left tackle, and he punches ahead for about 10 and a possible another Whitefish Bulldogs first down. As he is deep in Glasgow territory now, the Whitefish Bulldogs at the Glasgow 32-yard line. Going to have a measurement, Kurt. They're going to bring out the change to make sure on this one. Pushed a lot of turnovers on the year. Facing a tough Whitefish offense right now. Whitefish comes out in the double step behind the quarterback forward. Again, he goes to the air, this time over the left side. And that's their defending runner. Martin, it's intercepted. It comes down into the hands of the defensive back there. Curling Chip Connors. He's got a wide open field coming around the left side now. It's a foot race back over there to try and trap him as the backfield there. Prevost and Nalder. We've got a flag on the field. Connors reverses field. Goes back now towards the 40, down near the 40-yard line. The flag's on the field. We're probably going to see some kind of clipping, but there's a big turnover the Scottie defense looks for. Well, Kurt, there's 2 flags down. Of course, when you run like that for a minute, Terry Kessel was over here on a clip or something, and there's a far flag over there, but Glasgow should retain the ball, and you predicted it, bud. It's a penalty against the Scotties, but it gives them possession anyway on the interception. Scotties will take over deep in their own territory. It looks to be first and 10 for Glasgow on the 13-yard line. The snap to Martin, hand off to Liebelt. Liebelt around the right side, picks up some blocks and gets out for a gain of about 15 as he is out near the 25-yard line. Whitefish controlled that first drive for approximately 4 minutes in that first quarter. And the football just ahead of the 25-yard line will make it 26 for the Scotties. Hand off again to Liebelt. Again, he tries the right side. Again, he breaks the tackle, leaves out for another gain of about 10 to 15. We'll give him 14 on the play as he's out near the 40. So around the right end, Greg Liebelt has picked up about 28 yards on a couple of carries. So the power game in effect for the Scotties offensively. They come up now in the I behind Martin, spread out wide to the left. Tim Connors. The handoff is to the second back through, Ken Halleck, and he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. In there on the tackle is Monty Pareto, along with the defensive tackle. The linebacker, Wayne Hunt, and he is the leading tackler for the Whitefish Bulldogs in on that stop. Might mention, Kurt, that Whitefish has 4 kids going both ways, and the Scotties again have 8. That's something we haven't seen all year from anybody. Scotties come up to the line with a second down and 9 facing them from their own 41-yard line. They've got split to the left, Connor split to the right. Drop back pass. Martin hits it. Flip back to Liebelt, but read well by the defensive cornerback out there, Bobby Williams, the captain for the Whitefish Bulldogs, saw it coming and made the stop. Colson definitely informed the Whitefish about that play, Kurt. But it was read well by the cornerback, Bobby Williams. He didn't take on Earth. He went right for that man, trailing, and stopped that flea flicker for a short gain. It's third down, and we'll make it 5 for Glasgow. They come up the line with Connors split wide to the left in the power I, or in the I, behind Robert Martin. We've got third down at 5 for the Scotties. A long snap down. Snap, hand off to Halleck. He gets around the right side, tries to pick up a block. Can't get through as that Whitefish defense swarms him under for a gain of maybe a half a yard, if any. So the Whitefish defense and offense comes out and shows why they got to this state championship game. Crucial timeout, Kurt. Looks like somebody's got an equipment problem there. Greg Liebelt will do the kicking. So that turnover, Glasgow stopped the Whitefish drive, but no points were scored. We've got no score. 6:04 left here in quarter number 1. Liebelt drops back to do the kicking. Back to do the receiving is Keel block for Whitefish. The snap, a little bit low. Liebelt gets it off. It's a line drive that hits at the 15 and bounces. It's going to die down inside the 10, and the Scotties down it. So a nice roll and a line drive kick from Liebelt is going to put Whitefish in a deep hole to start on their second offensive possession. It looks like it's going to be first and 10 for Whitefish from their own 8-yard line. Again, welcome along all you fans listening. So Whitefish comes up. They hand off to the back through. That is Pareto. He comes up over the right side and squirts ahead for a short gain of maybe 1 or a half a yard at the most. It'll bring up a second down and 9 for Whitefish. They are deep in their own territory, down at the 9-yard line. It'll be Whitefish second and 9 from the 9 of Whitefish. Snap, they're going to drop back and pass. They're looking over the right side. It is thrown. It looked like a timing pass pattern, and the receiver in that one turned inside and was a little bit late. Graver Johnson, if he turned inside, the pass went out to the right. So far, Danny Ford is 2 for 4. So it'll be third down and 9 for the Whitefish Bulldogs from deep in their own territory on the 9-yard line. Again, for your Whitefish fans, Backer not starting today. He is on the sideline in pants. He will not play if you've been a Whitefish follower. Whitefish comes up the line. They got split wide to the left and Alder. Roll out to the left. Pass to the man on the backfield. It is to Todd Feeder, and Feeder is down near the first down markers when he is knocked out of bounds by Chip Halverson out there leading the way for Glasgow. For your Scottie fans who were listening in, Liebelt back in the lineup, maybe just getting a breather after that punch. He's back in at the other defensive end. For the Whitefish Bulldogs, they come up to the line with a first down and 10. They did get a first down on the last play. They got the back split behind Ford. Takes the handoff, going over the middle again to the tight end, and again complete. That's to Corey McGavin, and again it is very near a first down. And it looks like Whitefish maybe might have got a hold of some of those Haber tapes because they found a hole there in the middle on the passing game. Well, they did, Kurt, and the responsibility on that is either Chip Halverson, the linebackers. The linebackers got to stay at home with that. It's a minor adjustment, and I'm sure that Coach Petrino will make it. So the Scotties have given up a couple of first downs on this offensive possession where the Whitefish Bulldogs started on their own 8. They have it now first down and 10 on their 30-yard line. Whitefish comes up to the line with McGavin wide to the left. Drop back to pass once again. Again, out to the flat, this time to the tight end. I believe that is Bobby Cup on the reception. And again, he goes down the left sideline, very near those first down markers. And another nice gain on the passing game. And it looks like Coach Pat Petrino is going to go out and have a talk with his defense. They may have found something from upstairs. They're going to talk it over. With 3:58 left here in quarter number 1, there's no score in this state championship football game. Whitefish after with the ball, second down and 3. They get a big hole over the right side, and they shoot the back through. That is Feeder with a big gainer out over midfield and into Glasgow territory. They're in Glasgow territory at the 48-yard line. The handoff from Sword. He goes to his power back. That is Monty Pareto. And Pareto goes out over the right side, and he is dropped hard, and he is on the ground. We could see an injury. That wasn't Pareto on the carry. I want to check that for your Whitefish fans. That was obviously Fedor. We'll try and pick up the number as he's laying on the ground. 3:27 left at quarter number one, no score in the Class A state championship football game. It's going to be a second down and about 5 for Whitefish from the Glasgow. They hand off to Pareto, check that. Pareto goes over the right side. And he is stacked up immediately by the Glasgow 4-4 defense. Lee Dell coming out of the bottom of that pile along with Chip Halverson and Randy Card. So far, this sophomore quarterback from Whitefish shows a lot of poise, Kurt. A lot of sophomores on this Whitefish team for you Glasgow fans. As you heard it in the pregame show, Coach Ford said they've had to battle back all year, so they've matured rapidly. And the snap is to Ford. He rolls out to the right, looking over the right side. Defense there by Kevin Kirkland. The pass falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to the flanker out there on the right side. That is Keel blocked in the offensive line up there. What kind of kicking game does Whitefish have? I haven't followed him very much. They've got an outstanding field goal kicker. He's kicked a 47-yarder this year, and Coach Petrino said earlier in the week that's one of the things he's going to have to watch this year in this game. Their kicking game. They've got to find some way to get in there and bother him, but they've got an outstanding field goal kicker. They're going for it. Fourth down and 2. Whitefish lining up for it with a single setback. They've got an offside on an interior lineman. That is Shane Prevost. He jumped offside, where the Scotties will take over first down and 10 on their second offensive possession. Can handle anything except that wind, Kurt. Wind chill factor last week. The temperature in the single digits. A cool day for a football game. The handoff to Liebelt on this first down and 10 possession for the Scotties. He goes over the right side, and he punches ahead as he goes around right in for a gain of about 5. So the football is out down near the 25-yard line. We're going to give him 4 on the carry, make it second down and 6. The ball resting just shy of the 25 of Glasgow. They'll come up the line with Chip Connors split wide to the left. Wide to the right, Sean Sealer. They're in the broken wishbone behind Robert Martin, the quarterback. A handoff, they're going to go down the right side. The pitch back to Liebelt. He's coming around left hand. He's got some room. Picks up a block. He's by that one and brought down from behind by defensive player from Whitefish. That is a running back as well. Pareto comes up with a stop. The Scotties now have a first down and 10. They're out near midfield. That's their 41-yard line. Snap to Martin, hand off to Halleck over the right side. He's trying that right tackle hole, and they can't find anything as it's stopped up. That 5-2 defensive Whitefish. Johnson for a short gain of maybe 2. We'll give him 1 on the carry and make it a second down and 9. The football is out now near the 40. We'll have to give him 3 on the carry. Football out just shy of the 45. Lions a little bit of a glitter here today. Really doesn't make a difference how much we give him, does it? No, it doesn't, because they've got the chains out there. That's what they're for. Second down and 7. That's what the Scotties are facing. No score here, quarter number 1. Going down the left side, and this time Martin doesn't elect to pitch. Keeps it, goes over the 45-yard line for a gain of maybe a yard. We got a minute 1 left here in the first quarter. It's going to bring up a third down situation for the Scotties in about 6 yards. Scotties are going to come up to the line, facing this third down, and we'll have to make it 6 yet. Sealer's wide to the left, Connors wide to the right. They're going to split the backs behind Robert Martin. Martin checking off at the line. He drops back, looks over the right side. He's got Connors open, first down yardage. He is hit and driven back behind the stick. So we'll have to see out there with the stop, Bobby Williams of Whitefish. With the first down, Kurt. It'll be first and 10 for the Scotties as they go into Whitefish territory at the 48-yard line. No score here as we come towards the end of quarter number 1 for the Scotties. Out of bounds is Corey McGavin of Whitefish. That's that play we've seen so often where Robert Martin just goes out. That makes Robert 3 for 3. Kenny Connors just takes and goes one-on-one with the defender, and he won that battle. The defender out there for Whitefish Scottie and Chip Connor is a big cushion, so they don't even stick Connors in the pattern. Throw to him on the line and let him. Connor's going to come split to the left. They go with a flanker in the slot to the left, that same side. Robert Martin takes the snap, hands off to Liebelt over the right side. Liebelt puts his head down. He punches over for about 4. In on the stop defensive end, Chad Silliker for Whitefish. Second down and about 6. At the second down and 6 play, Robert Martin kept it around the right side. He picked up about 3 or 4. It'll bring up a third down and 2 for the Scotties deep in Whitefish territory. They're at the 15. We just entered quarter number 2. There is no score in this state championship football game. And Whitefish, I think, has come out and proven to everybody here in Glasgow why they got to this state championship football game. They have had some impressive offensive drives in quarter number 1. Martin brings the Scotties to the line. He's got Connors wide to the right. Keeler in the slot to the same side. A long snap down, third down and 2. They're trying to draw him. They didn't. The handoff to Liebelt. He puts his head down, punches over for the first down, and drags a couple of defenders down near that 5-yard line. And there's a power running game that head coach Swore talked about in his pregame show. A great athlete, good speed, and big. We've got a timeout on the field with the score 0-0. 11:07 left here in quarter number 2. We'll be back. The Scotties had a first and goal from the 8-yard line, a broken play in the backfield. Halleck ends up with the football and is dropped for a loss of about 5. He's going to go back to the 12. Just over the 10-yard line. From here, it looks like it's the 11 now. It'll be second down and goal to go from the 11 for the Scotties. They're going to split Keeler to the left, Connors to the right, and the broken wishbone behind Robert Martin. Martin checking off at the line of scrimmage. No score in the state championship game. And it's a quarterback keeper as he goes right over right guard. He picks up about that a loss on the last play. He's back to that 8-yard line. It'll be third down and goal to go from there for the Scotties. And already, both coaches said during this week that you don't get to the state championship game and see no hitting. We're going to see a physical football game this afternoon. Martin brings to the line Connors, who's going to go split wide to the right. Keeler to the left again. The snap, they're looking for Connors. We're going to have, as Connors comes in, try to make the catch, we're going to see a flag from the trailing referee. And it looks like pass interference to me, but I think it might judgment call whether it's concussion or not. You know, this is what I really like to see the officials get together and talk it over. The ball was deflected at the goal line. Now, if that official did not see it, and that's what they're going to call. Goal, the Scotties pitch back. The Graves lead up. He goes for the corner of the end zone. He's in. Touchdown on a 4th and 8. Goal to go for the Scotties, and they get the job done. Now, that's the first score of this football game. It's 6-0 Glasgow with 9:49 left in the second quarter. That's how they've done it all year. 8-yard run from Greg Liebelt gives the Scotties a 6-0 lead here in quarter number 2. 9:49 left. Liebelt comes out to put on the point after. The snap is good. A hold down. It's up. It's good. The Scotties take a 7-0 lead with 9:49 left. We'll be back with more. And we're back. Rick Earp gets his toe into one. It goes down the right sideline. Almost stays in bounds. It rolls out. Still, we go back and he'll try it from 5 yards deeper. Now, the second attempt from the 35 from Rick Earp is a little shorter. Goes down at the 25. It's picked up by an up back. I believe that's Cuff. A tight end picking it up. He's trying to run it back. And he was swarmed under by the Scottie coverage team and drops right at the 25-yard line, where Whitefish will take over first down and 10 on their third offensive possession of the afternoon. And offensively, I think everybody here in the stands has got to be impressed with what Whitefish has done now. One drive killed by an interception, one drive killed by a penalty. I don't think you can overlook this Whitefish offense. We got an official holding things up while the chains get set. What a crowd this afternoon. The weather blessed us for this championship football game. Up above 20, and we've got a fine crowd for it. Whitefish with the call. They go over the right side with the first pass through over there. With the carry, it is heel block in the backfield now. Terry Kessel in on the tackle. If you just joined us in Whitefish, Todd Fedor, the running back that usually is in the backfield for Whitefish, hurt himself back at quarter number 1. And in the lineup now in the backfield is heel block. Whitefish looking now at a second down and about 5 from the Whitefish 30-yard line. Ford brings him to the line. He splits out wide to the left to flanker Graver Johnson. Scottie's got a lot of people up front looking at the stunt. The snap, they're looking over the right side, and there's Greg Lee out there. We got a fumble. The ball's loose. Looks like Whitefish came up with it. Hustler back for it. The Greg Lee back there in a hurry on the sophomore quarterback Ford. Back there covering it for Whitefish was Corey McGavin, who got the start because of an injury to backer of Whitefish. I think what the problem there was, Kurt, I think that the quarterback saw Halverson going to come in there and blitz, and I think he made an audible for a pass, and it just wasn't picked up right, and that's all we needed. A big defensive play from Greg Liebelt that dropped with a loss of about 6 yards, or more than that, about 10, 15 yards. It'll bring up a third down and 16 for Whitefish. Dropping back to pass to sophomore quarterback Ford. He looks over the right side. He has got Nalder. Nalder wide open on the right sideline, and Nalder collected him out there near the 32-yard line, short of the first down on that third down and long. So this sophomore quarterback can throw the football. He's proven it to everybody here in the first half. 8:05 left here in quarter number 2. The score is Glasgow 7, Whitefish nothing. As we've got the receiving team of Glasgow coming out onto the field with a 4th down and 3 facing Whitefish. Could be one of those chances for a little bit of a fake. Left-footed punter. I don't think so this early. Mulder with the punt. This one's end over end. Goes towards the right sideline. It's going to bounce out somewhere near the 37 or 35-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 38. And that's where Glasgow will have it. First down and 10 with 7:59 left. Glasgow took their last offensive possession and marched it down the field, scoring on a 4th down and goal to goal from the 8-yard line. Greg Liebeld's run of 8 yards, making it 6-0. He went out, added the PAT, and that's how we got our score right now, 7-0. All you people at home, there's still a lot. Big championship football game. The Scotties with the football. They're in the broken ball behind Robert Martin. They go down this side. They go down the right side to pitch back to Liebeld. He is hit in the backfield quickly by the defensive end out there. In the lineup defensively. Somebody new in the defensive lineup. I noticed 89 didn't get the start. That's Corey McGavin in the defensive lineup. I'm not sure who he's in for. Number 89 was back there to make the first hit. He's in at left defensive end. So it looks like Kenny St. Ange didn't get the start on the defensive end, or he might have got the start, but he's not playing right now. Robert Martin hands off over the left side. This one is to Kenny Halleck. And Halleck punches ahead for a gain of about 5 as he's out near the 35-yard line. And that's been another excellent play for Glasgow all year. They take the ball to Liebelt and counter it with Halleck, and good for about 7 yards. We've got now a 3rd down and 3 for the Glasgow Scotties. They're at their own 35-yard line. Glasgow leads 7-0 with 6:52 left here in the second quarter. Robert Martin brings Glasgow to the line. They've got Keeler to the left, Connors to the right. Martin drops back. This Connors on a short turn pattern over the right side. Out near the first down. It is a reception, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties as they get it near the 41-yard line of Glasgow. Chris, did he have those statistics on that Michael Stubbleton gave us? Did he have a passing percentage? Passing percentage, Robert Martin is 62% on the year. Well, he's increasing that today. Robert Martin done a fine job passing all year. First and 10 right now for the Glasgow Scotties. They're in the broken bone behind Robert Martin. Split to the left, Sealer split to the right. Connor short drop that pass going to Sealer. Underthrown, incomplete. Try to get everybody involved in the offense. And Coach Pat Petrino said that early in the week. He was geared toward that. He wanted to get Sealer. He wanted to get Earps involved in that passing game and not give that Whitefish defense those one or two people to key on. So far in the game, Timmy Connors has caught 3 passes for 37, and Robert Martin now is 3 for 5. So Martin brings Glasgow to the line with a second down and 10 facing them from their own 40-yard line. They've got Sealer split to the left and Connors again to the right. Takes the handoff to the inside man, Halleck. Pitch back to Liebelt. The pitch mishandled. Liebelt has to cover it. No gain. It'll be a third down and 10 facing the Scotties. Very smart play by Mr. Liebelt that time, fumbling, realizing I better get the ball back. So Greg Liebelt doing the smart thing, drops on it. He picks up a yard in the process. It'll bring up a third down and 9 for Glasgow. They are on their own 41-yard line. 5:52 left here in the first half. We've got a score, Glasgow 7, Whitefish nothing, and the first half just flying by here in Glasgow. In the eye behind Robert Martin, they put Liebelt in motion to the right. That's the side Sean Sealer split wide to. They roll to that side. They're looking for Liebelt down the sideline. It's going to be just a little bit overthrown out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll bring up a fourth down and 9 for the Glasgow Scotties. So the fourth down facing them, Greg Liebelt will drop back and do the punting for the Scotties as the punt coverage team comes out onto the field for Glasgow. Must be a little warmer. I see Rick Earps down there taking on some water, and you didn't see that last week. I don't think we even saw water on the sideline last week. If it was ice by the end of the football game. Fourth down and 9 for Glasgow. The snap back to Liebelt. Bounces to him, but he gets it. This one shanked off his foot to the right, and it's rolling. It's a pretty decent roll. Tim Connors over there trying to kick it ahead a little bit. He's going to down it. It's a 33-yard line where Whitefish takes over first down and 10. 5 minutes. We've got a score right now, 7-0. Glasgow with the lead in this State A championship football game. Whitefish with the football. First down and 10 from their 32. The snap to Sword. He rolls out to the right, takes the handoff, then looks over the center. We got back there to center. We're going to see flags. Robert Martin. They have come over the back a little bit early. We could see a pass interference. Good call by the official. Definitely was pass interference. He wasn't really going for the ball. He was going through the guy to the ball. So it's going to be a pass interference, and Robert Martin, the defender on the play for the Scotties, he'll give the Whitefish Bulldogs a 15-yard penalty that'll take the football out near midfield. We'll make it the 48-yard line, I think is where they're going to officially mark it off at. I guess they'll make it the 47. So Whitefish gets the pass interference call. They've got a big gain out of it as they got the ball near midfield now, 47-yard line of Whitefish. They've got a first down and 10. Sword lines him up. He's got the backs and a broken bone behind him. Wide to the right and Alder. The handoff to the inside man. That's Kelly, or Tealbach. Tealbach, he gets the carry, breaks one tackle back in the linebacking core, breaks it off to the left for a gain of 10. And he's got another first down and 10 for Whitefish. They're checking it over, but I think it's a first down and 10. It is. Sword brings him to the line. He has got wide to the right. Field block. They hand off to the back three. Pareto over on the right side, and he tries to step around the right end. And he picks up another nice gainer of about 8 yards as he gets it down into Glasgow territory at the 40, it's a 36-yard line. So far, Kurt, Monty Pareto is carried 7 times for 27 yards. Todd Fedor, 3 for 32. He hands off to Ty Tealbach. Tealbach goes over the right side, right over right guard. We got a flag in the offensive backfield. Illegal motion. And it's going to be motion on Whitefish. That'll bring back that nice gain and the first down for Whitefish. So far, the line play of both teams have been even, Kurt, so no one seems to be, both teams are driving. Johnson's wide to the right for Whitefish. Wide to the left is Nalder. And the handoff goes to Pareto over the left side. He tries to right over left tackle. That's over on Rick Earp's side. And defensive tackle Eric Kessel's side, and they stop it for a short gain of about 3. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Whitefish from the Glasgow Scottie 37-yard line. Whitefish brings them up. Sword on a 3rd down and 4 facing them. He hands off this time to Keel block. Keel block is the right side. We got a fumble. Football is loose. Looks like Whitefish picked it up, and they're going to pick it up for a 1st down now to the 30-yard line. So Whitefish picks up 4 on the fumble and a 1st down as they get it into Glasgow territory at the 30-yard line. So that fumble falls in favor of Whitefish. There's a turnover that you wanted. It just went in Whitefish's favor that time. And next time it could go in the Scottie's favor. Keel block comes out of the football game. Johnson comes in, flanker for him, and he goes wide to the right. Mulder goes wide to the left. The lone setback is Toretto behind Sword. And with a snap to Sword, he goes out to the left side to Mulder, and Mulder collects it in as the Whitefish is the Glasgow 25-yard line for a gain of 5 on that pass play. That was a good play by Mulder. He slipped coming off the line of scrimmage, and he still got up and caught the ball. We're back here at Glasgow, Montana, Scottie Field in the Class A state championship football game in Glasgow territory at the 25-yard line. Sword drops back to pass, looks over the right side, and he has open down there, the tight end in a big crowd. But I think it was a crackback block or something of that nature. Either way, it's a 15-yard penalty against Whitefish, and it pushes the football way back. The shotgun, snap to Sword. They go to the back underneath Johnson. He is broken down and tackled for a gain of maybe 1 by Greg Liebelt of Glasgow. That football will be resting just shy of the 44-yard line. Liebelt just never seems to, he keeps impressing me. He just held his ground right there. The guy made 2 or 3 fakes. Liebelt would not move. He made the guy commit himself. What a great play. Liebelt even showed some great open field tackling as he was the only one there. Broke down, made the stop. 3rd down at about 25 facing Whitefish. They got the lone setback behind quarterback Sword. It is Keel block. Sword goes back to pass. The pressure's on. The pass complete to Johnson, but he's hit immediately by Robert Martin. The pass complete for about 6. We'll make it 7. But it's still going to be short. There's going to be 4th down and another long situation facing Whitefish. They'll make it 4th down and 15 from the Glasgow Scottie 37-yard line. 1:16 left here in the half. We'll have all the halftime stats for you here on our halftime show. And a few comments about the game. So what you're going with. Sword hands off to Keel block. He goes over the right side. He is picked up by Greg Liebelt and carried back 6 yards. Had a fumble on the play, I believe, and it's going to come up Glasgow possession. Or they just changed the possession on that. I saw Glasgow Scottie coming up with a football on the ground. That was one of those plays, Kurt, that if he didn't fumble, Glasgow is 2 yards better off. But in this case, it will take the ball. Scottie's come up with the ball. 1st down and 10. It's going to be at their own 35-yard line. 43 seconds left in this half. The Scotties come up the line with that facing them. They split wide to the left, Steeler, wide to the right, Tim Connors. Handoff is going to go to Greg Liebelt. Kind of mishandles it in the backside. Puts his head down as he comes around the right side. And he is stacked up there defensively. On the stop, it is McGavin, I believe. Corey McGavin. Also in on the stop was in St. Orange back in the lineup. I think he's moved down to a tackle. We have got a timeout on the field with a 2nd down and 10 facing the Scotties. And just 16 seconds left in this half. We're going to be back in 1 minute. The 2nd and 10. The Scotties going to pass on the right sideline to Tim Connors with 16 seconds left in this half. Tim Connors takes it in for the touchdown. And the Scotties strike in a big way. Robert Martin and Tim Connors on the right sideline with the waning seconds of this half coming to a close. And that's going to take the wind out of anybody's sails. Let me tell you, Whitefish in the football game in it, 7-0. And a pass play, Robert Martin to Tim Connors. It goes for, what did it go for? Almost 75 yards and touchdown. The Scotties are on top 13-0. They set that one up. Jimmy Connors goes out there about 20-25 yards. He makes a stop. Robert Martin pump fakes. And Timmy turns around and goes. Now they're not going to go for the 2-point or the field goal. They're going to go for the extra point. They're going to go for the 2 points. So the Scotties are going to line up for 2. We've got a flag on the delay of game is going to be called on the Scotties. They're going to try it for 5 yards deeper this time. We have got a 75-yard scoring strike from Robert Martin to Tim Connors, giving us Scotties. Martin hands off. No, fakes the hand off. Rolls out right, looking into the end zone. He had Rick Herbst open for a moment. Defense in there. Bobby Williams comes across and knocks it out of the air. Incomplete. The Scotties will go in at halftime with a 13-0 lead. 4 seconds left on the clock. Glasgow will be kicking this one off. We're going to keep it right here and bring you the kickoff and see if maybe Whitefish might get something on a return to try and lift their spirits as they head into halftime. So the big offensive play. We mentioned it in our last break, Mike. They were in the game 7-0, right in it. And I think that's going to take a little something out of the defense for a play like that with 16 seconds left. Well, I mean, I would have thought that Coach Sword had his, his speech all ready for halftime and go in there and say, come on, boys, we're still in this game, everything like that. He's got to change his whole halftime. They're still in the game. I mean, they're not out of it, Kurt. Not 13-0, but I just mean a big play like that at the end of the half. It's got to just sting the defense a little bit. Played so well. Let me clear you. The kickoff from Whitefish goes to Tim Connors on the reverse. Halleck, wide open field on the right side. It's a foot race down on the right sideline. Halleck, one of the quickest. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15 to nothing on the opening kickoff. The half number 2, a reverse. Tim Connors to Ken Halleck. And that's the way a team likes to start a second half. Let me clear you. Holy cow! And that's about all you can say. That's about a wall of blockers there. That was beautiful from up here. Wide open down the right sideline. So the Scotties jump out and come out smoking to start out the third quarter. With 11:49 left, the Scotties get a kickoff return from Ken Halleck. Two-point conversion, handoff to Lee Bilby, goes over the right side and runs over the defensive end. That is defensive end Corey McGavin, and punches in for the 2-point conversion. It's 21-0. We'll be back with another kickoff in 1 minute. We're back here at Scottie Field after a 70-plus yard kickoff return from Ken Halleck for a 19-0 lead, and the 2-point conversion from Greg Rebo to Blaster to make it 21-0 here in the third quarter. The kickoff from Rick Herbst got his toe into one, sent it back to Keel block, then Whitefish to the 5. Keel block surrounded and skated up to the 25, where Whitefish has it now, first down and 10, trailing by 21. They got Nolder out to the left. They hand off to Loretto over the right side. He's stacked up by Rick Herbst in there defensively. Also coming out of the pile, Chip Halverson. And coming out of the bottom there is defensive tackle Randy Cart. The Scottie defense coming out here smoking just like that kickoff return team did. They probably lit a little bit of a fire underneath the Scotties here to start quarter number 3. Whitefish comes up with a second down and 10 facing them from their own 25-yard line. We got McGavin wide to the right. And the sophomore quarterback tries to go down the right side. And Terrence Kessel, defensive tackle for Glasgow, looked like he was in the huddle near the play as he was back there in a hurry. And drops forward for a loss of about 6. It'll put it back to the 20. It'll be third down, and we'll make it 15 for Whitefish. 10:24 left here in the third quarter. It's 21-0 Glasgow in the Class A state championship football game. Whitefish comes to the line. They've got 2 backs set back behind Sword. It's Keel block to Pareto. The pitch to Pareto over the right side. He gets the block and gets out near the 30. Gets back maybe what they lost on that last play and brings up a 4th down at about 7 for Whitefish. And they'll be bringing out their punting unit. And the Whitefish punting unit out on the field. Nolder does the punting for Whitefish. Back to receive Tim Connors for Glasgow. the kick from Nolder, a good high one. Connors takes it on the run at the 43. Breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles. He's out over the 50-yard line, and the Scotties get good field position on that punt from Nolder of Whitefish. Tip Connors gets it out to the 49-yard line of Whitefish, where they'll have a first down and 10.
We might mention Kerry Kessler is the starting center, Eric Redmond left guard, Greg Scanlon left tackle, Rick Earp left tight end, Chip Halverson right guard, Randy Karst right tackle. That's your offensive line.
And they've done a fine job all year for the Scotties. Martin brings them out there in the eye with Sealer and Connors wide to the left side. That is the short side, and Liebelt ends up in motion to that side. They're going to go to the wide. Martin on the option, and T-Pick takes it up the right side, turns it upfield for a gain of near 7, as he is very near the Whitefish 40-yard line. The option football play for the Scotties.
What made that play work so nice is Mr. Liebelt goes in motion to the left, and they do respect him.
And the Whitefish defense, it's just got to be a nightmare for a coach to try and prepare with the offensive weapons the Scotties have proven throughout the year. Greg Liebelt, Ken Halleck in that backfield, and the passing core of Tim Connors, Rick Earp, and Sean Sealer, and a quarterback that's throwing about 62% on the year. Hand off to the power back, Liebelt, and he punches ahead over the right side for a gain very near a first down. Gain of 4 from Liebelt, and it's going to be just shy. Well, I guess they're going to give it to us. A first down and 10 for the Scotties. To pick up a 4 from Liebelt. Gives the Scotties a first down and 10 from a Whitefish Bulldogs 37-yard line. 21-0. We've got 8:46 and counting down left here in the third quarter. Scotties with a kickoff return to start things off. From Ken Halleck that went for about 77 yards for the touchdown. Liebelt in motion to the left. Handoff is to Halleck. Halleck with a big hole. Gets it into the secondary. Breaks the tackle. Down near the first down 6. So we have a flag in the backfield.
Motion against the Scotties.
And it is going to be motion. And it is going to be the 43-yard line, where it'll be first down and 15 for the Scotties. Martin brings him to the line where Tim Connors and Sealer split wide to the left. There's a broken bone behind him. Take the handoff to Halleck, and sits back to Liebelt. Liebelt, he breaks the tackle, then is swarmed under by the swarming defense, and Liebelt drops the football and rolls over. He may have been hurt a little bit. Robert Martin took a shot as he came down the line in that option. And he's back up. Liebelt is slow getting up, but he comes off the sideline under his own power. And it looks like Kevin Kirkland will be coming into the lineup to give Liebelt a little bit of a break. So it's second down and about 12 for the Scotties as the football rests right on the 40-yard line of Whitefish. Scotties will come up in the offensive set with Sealer going wide to the left. That's the wide side of the field. And to the short side, Tim Connors. Robert Martin in at the helm. Halleck and Kirkland in the backfield. And it's a keeper, Robert Martin, straight over the center. Breaks a couple of tackles and is very near the first down marker. Terrence Kessel leading the way. Robert Martin picking up a big gain of 12. First and 10 for the Scotties. The football down at the Whitefish 26-yard line.
Kurt, one defensive play that Whitefish has made is that you're right, the defensive end, Kelly St. Orange, has moved to defensive tackle, and Corey McGavin has moved into that defensive end.
And the big man, Philip Hurd, the 293-pound senior, out of the lineup. Or maybe on the other side. And he is on the other side on this play. That's where they run to. Halleck runs right by him into the defensive linebacking core for another big gain of 6 yards out over the 20-yard line. So some shuffling going on in the defensive lineup of Whitefish. We'll try and pick those all up for you as we can. Hurd stays in at the defensive tackle on the right side. The nose guard stays the same. That's T.R. Williams. So those are the only changes, those ones we mentioned. The Scotties come up with a second down and 3. Liebelt in motion to the short side. They're going to go to that side, hand off to Halleck. Halleck trying to pick up a block, and he is run out of bounds by 3. Whitefish Bulldogs leading the way. Bobby Williams, the cornerback. Out underneath that pile, coming up last, is the linebacker Wayne Hunt. And it'll be a third down at about 4.
Oliver Martin brings him to the line. He sends Tim Connors wide to the right, Sean Taylor wide to the left. That is to a wide side of the field. Split behind Martin is Liebelt and Halleck. A long snap down on this short yardage play. We got a jump. He's going to be on offensive tackle Randy Karst, I believe, 72-62. It's on the other side. Eric Wentland jumped offside. That's going to go back 5 and bring up a 3rd and down, and we'll make it 6. It worked good for us all year, and that time it backfired. So they're going to come up and try one more time. The Scotties with a 3rd down and 6. They come up with Sealer to the short side. That's on the right. Connors to the left. They roll to the left. Pitch back to Liebelt. He breaks one tackle deep in the backfield. Gets around the left end. He is finally brought down by the linebacker, who's at the defensive tackle trailing out there. That is linebacker Wayne Hunt, I believe, on the stop. Or Kelly St. Ange. 68, I think, came up with it. So it was St. Ange with the stop out there over the right side. So the Scotties come up to the line with a 4th down and about 4 facing them, and they're going to go for it. Taylor and Connors go to the short side. That's the left side of the field. They're in the eye behind Martin. Group tight to the right side. The snap, take the hand off to Halleck. They go down the line. Gets back to Liebelt. Liebelt has Williams to beat. Williams cuts him off and forces him outside, and Pursuit catches up for Whitefish, and Liebelt goes out of bounds. They're going to turn it over to Whitefish on down. That's a good job by the Whitefish defense. You can tell they've made some adjustments in the locker room at halftime. Bobby Williams, the captain for the Whitefish Bulldog defense, stretching that one out, taking it all the way to the sideline, letting his pursuit catch up. Did a fine job. It's Whitefish with 4:59 left, 21-0. Glasgow with the lead. Whitefish with the football. Knobler goes wide to the right. They're going to hand off. Take the handoff inside and pass to the tight end, Corey McGavin. And he is met upon reception of that pass by a Scottie defender, and I mean met. Danny Hellock, number 33. It's going to be a 1st and 10-yard pass play from the quarterback Ford to the tight end, McGavin. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Whitefish Bulldogs from their own 32-yard line. They come up the line once again. Field block in that backfield. Dropping back to pass. Ward looking over the right side, throws it up and trying to get his receiver to run down underneath it. The flanker, Graber Johnson, and he couldn't catch up with it. Ball's incomplete. Nice pass by that quarterback, Kurt. Nice arm for the young sophomore. He threw it up in the air for about 30, 40 yards. They're going to take it down at 10 facing Whitefish Bulldogs. They trail the Scotties in this State A championship football game by a score of 21-0. So we're getting down to that time where if Whitefish wants to try back into it, they're going to have to get some points on the board and get him in the board on a hurry. Whitefish comes to the line. Nolder is to the right side. They pitch back to Toretto. Toretto trying to pick up the block. Ricker comes mauling through the blocking line out there and drags down Toretto from behind. It drops him for a loss of about 6. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 for Whitefish. High fives galore out there. The Scottie defense drops Whitefish into a little deeper hole. The football resting down at the 27-yard line of Whitefish. Mulder will come out wide to the left for the Bulldogs in the backfield. Toretto, and it looks like somebody brand new. We'll try to pick up his number when we can see it for you Whitefish fans. He'll drop back to pass. Sword under pressure, puts it up, incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down at about 16 for the Whitefish Bulldogs, and our punting unit will make it out onto the field. The man that was in the backfield that time was Bobby Williams. I think that's the first time we've seen him in the backfield this afternoon. As the Bulldogs come out in punt formation, dropping back to receive is Tim Connors. The Scotties have run back a few punts throughout this year as well. Nolder gets a high kickoff. Tim Connors looking at it at the 40. He collects it at the 38. Now he runs around the right side. He's picked up some blockers. He's got to get around one. He does. He's on the right sideline. High stepping it down the sideline. He's going to go. 20, 15, 10, touchdown. We got flags all over the field, though. So it may not go as just reported to you, but we just said it. Some kicks have gone back in the punting formation for the Scotties, and Tim Connors gets down the right sideline and does a good job as anybody of staying in bounds when he's right there on the line. We've got a Whitefish Bulldog down on the field. The coaching staff comes out to look him over. We'll see what the flag is. It's against Whitefish. Against Whitefish is what the preliminary call is. And the Scotties run back is going to go. Scotties line up for the point after attempt now. It's 27-0 right now. Lebo lines up for the point after. We've got an offside call. It's going to be against Whitefish, I believe. Now Lebo with about a yard closer will try to point after. Snaps a little bit high. Connors can't get it down. He hands it to Liebelt. A time that, here you go, I can't get it to the ground, and Liebelt drops it, and it goes out near the 20 where Halleck dropped on it, so the two-point conversion no good. The score stands 27-0. And we're back here at Scottie Field. The kick from Rick Herbst goes over to the left side, bounces at the 20, gets down to the 15, where it's going to roll out of bounds. We'll see the flag, and Scotties are going to try this one more time. Coach, you know, and those things just don't happen. Especially from sitting up here, we can really see the Scotties executing. And Herbst tees it up one more time. This time, he gets an end-over-ender that gets down near the 25-yard line, bounces to the 20, where it's picked up by the up back, and I didn't pick up his number right away, but it looked like Mike Allen in there with the return for the Mike Allen with a nice return, gives Whitefish fairly decent field position at the 37-yard line of Whitefish, where they'll have a first down at 10. They trail 27-0. We're winding down to the end of the third quarter. Got our first substitute in there for Glasgow defense. Mike Castleberry, a senior at right tackle, and replacing Kerry Kessel. A handler, the snap is to Sword, the handoff to Pareto. Pareto trying to get around the right side. He is strung out down that line of scrimmage by outside linebacker Kevin Kirkland, and the pursuit catches up. Rick Herbst knocks him out. Jim Free in there to help out defensively. The Scotties stop that one for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Whitefish. And at the end of the third quarter, there are keeping time right down there on the field. So we can't tell you exactly how much time is left in quarter number 3. As Whitefish comes up to the line once again, they hand off inside. We got a fumble. It looks like the Scotties may have covered. They did. The Scotties recover a fumble. Deep in Whitefish. Well, not deep in Whitefish, but in Whitefish. Castleberry. Mike Castleberry. Good for that senior. So the senior gets into the lineup and comes up with a fumble recovery and gives the Scotties the football. 1st and 10 from the Whitefish 33-yard line. Kurt, we might mention that Ronnie Pareto at halftime was 9 carries for 28. He is now 13 carries for 30. So that Glasgow defense is toughening up. Scottie offense comes up to the line. Aaron a broken bone behind Robert Martin. Wide to the short side of the field. Tim Connors in the flanker spot. Sean Sealer. They hand off to Halleck. Halleck tries that left side of the defensive line for Whitefish, and he is stacked up and stopped. Then they're leading the way is nose guard T.R. Williams. He's done a pretty good job for a 156-pound junior in there. Nose guard. He's butting heads with a center for Glasgow that weighs in about 196. So we've got 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Just heard that being talked to us over there on the right side. The snap. Martin has to evade. A couple of Whitefish defenders hit the pass off down the right sideline. In and out of the hands of Lebo. In and out of the hands of Bobby Williams. Incomplete. The clock restored, and I believe it's all right. So we've got Robert Martin, after throwing that, lying down on the ground in obvious pain. Robert Martin got up under his own power, and he came off the sideline. I think he's just going to take a breather. Jay Plant, the junior quarterback, is here. So Jay Plant's going to get a little state championship action here. A minute 1 left here in the third quarter. Scotties lead 27-0. They have the football. Jay Plant in at quarterback right now. He tries a quarterback sneak, tries to go right over Kerry Kessel. And he punches ahead for a gain of maybe 1. And it looks like it'll bring up a 4th down and 7 for the Glasgow Scotties, and they're going to be, I think, maybe kicking this one away. We'll have to wait and see. They do drop back into punt formation. Liebelt back to do the punting for the Scotties with 31 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Scotties with the lead, 27-0. Snap, a nice one. Back to Liebelt. He gets the kickoff, and it's a beauty. Driving heel block back into the end zone where he'll down it. Touchback. Whitefish will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. We are nearing the end of quarter number 3 in just about 12 minutes and 18 seconds remain before we crown a state champion in Class A football for 1986. And right now it looks like the Scotties well on their way with a 27-0 lead. Notice that number. As Sword goes down the right side, we got another fumble, and again, that is 77, the senior end. That is, his name evades me at the moment. Just thinking of it a minute ago, that Rod Stein in the lineup defensively. He gets the drop on a fumble, and he'll give it right back to the Scotties on that. With 8 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. With the score, 27-0, Glasgow out on top in this. And again, we haven't got any reports from any coaches, so we hate to speculate on it, but he is in the ambulance for you Whitefish fans, being attended to by the emergency medical services here in Glasgow. Scotties have a 1st down and 10 there at their own 20-yard line, or excuse me, at the Whitefish 20-yard line. Looking to maybe add to the score, 27-0. They hand off to Halleck, and Halleck bounces around on the inside. First met in there by Pareto defensively, and he pushes ahead for a short gain of about 2 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Scotties. Glasgow leading now by a score of 27-0. We're beginning to see some of the seniors who put in a lot of time on the Scottie football team make it into the football game on the defensive side. We'll see if he starts substituting on the offensive side. We're at quarter number 4. The pitch back to Liebelt. Fumble picked up by the Whitefish Bulldogs. And they're covering the fumble with number 28. That was the nose tackle T.R. Williams. So Whitefish comes up with a turnover here in the 4th quarter. Sword brings him to the line. Got in the backfield behind him. Allen and Pareto are heel blocked, and the pass is coming down the right side to Gavin. It is to Gavin Johnson, or Graver Johnson, excuse me. Graver Johnson with the catch out here over the right side. A big gainer as the football gets out near the 40. That's where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Whitefish Bulldogs from their own 40-yard line. A 20-yard pass play. Sword to Johnson. We see a lot of different numbers coming into the offensive lineup for the Whitefish Bulldogs. I see Derek Spenningson splitting wide to the left for Whitefish on this particular play. In the backfield, it is Allen and Keel block. Safety inside, pass over the left side, it's to the tight end. And the tight end, Corey McGavin, coming up with the catch. It's a pickup of around 8. As they get it over the 45-yard line, going to be spotted at the 46. Where it'll be 2nd down, and we'll make it 3 or 4 for the Whitefish Bulldogs. Scottie defense out there again. Castleberry in the lineup for the Scottie defense, along with Rod Stein, I believe the other tackle. The seniors on the Scottie football team. Whitefish with a snap to Sword. He takes inside, and coming in on the blitz is linebacker Chip Halverson, and he drops the sophomore quarterback Sword for a loss of 5. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll make it 8. 3rd down and 8 for Whitefish with 9:40 and counting down here in quarter number 4. You're just tuning in. The Scotties lead in this championship football game, 27-0. Sword brings him to the line, facing the 3rd and 7. Takes the hand, or takes the snap, pitches back to Allen. Allen coming over the left side, puts his head down, picks up maybe 3 yards as he gets it back over the 45-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Whitefish Bulldogs. Mike Allen is the running back that has been in there for Whitefish. What is he, another one of those sophomores in the lineup? The 166-pound senior. Mike Castleberry and Greg Liebelt in on the tackle. So the Whitefish Bulldogs, for their fourth down and about 4 facing them, they're going to come out in punt formation. Going back deep to receive, Tim Connors. The punt from Keel Block, who is doing the kicking now for Nolder, who is on the sideline in the ambulance. It is down by Bobby Williams at the 29-yard line of Glasgow, where the Scotties will take over first down and 10. Kurt, I'd like to give some credit to the seniors that have went both ways this year. Robert Martin, quarterback, Kenny Hallock, Greg Liebelt, Kenny Connors, Rick Earp, Chip Elverson, Terry Kessel, and Randy Karst have been the mainstays of this Scottie team. Robert Martin still in at the helm of that Scottie offense. Ernie I behind him. They take the handoff to Liebelt, handoff to Hallock, and Hallock around the right side. He scampers out over the 35, very near the 40-yard line. And the Scottie offense, we've got Chip Halverson lying on the ground. He bounces back up. Gets back into the huddle. And Coach Petrino said it earlier in the week, battle on the trenches, and those kids have been doing it all year for the Scotties, and they're doing it again today, handling the Whitefish Bulldogs up front. Scotties come to the line. As we fall, it's under 8.5 minutes left in this championship football game. They split wide to the left. Sean Sealer wide to the right. That's the short side of the field, Tim Connors. Handoff is to the second back through. That is to Ken Hallock. And Hallock picks up the first down for the Scotties. As the football gets out to the 43-yard line. Glasgow has it first down and 10 from there. So the Scotties are looking maybe for a nice long drive to consume about 6 or 7 minutes and wrap up a State A championship. Three most recent, 1976, 1980, and 1983. Looking to add to that as the Scotties come up in the broken bone behind. Quarterback Martin, he hands off to Hallock. Hallock stacks up in the backfield for a loss of 1. He's dropped down near the 40-yard line. Curtis, number 76, the 293-pound senior for Whitefish, now is back in there. So Hurd back in the lineup. He has been used off and on by head coach Ford of Whitefish. The Scotties come back up the line. They're facing a second down and 11. They lead 27-0. Tim Connors goes wide to the left. Robert Martin, he passes out to Tim Connors. Tim with a nice move on the defensive back, and another one as he is dancing around back there looking for some help. He is swarmed under finally by the defensive unit. Wayne Hunt in there for Whitefish along with Keel Block. Put the stop on Tim Connors. And as he was dancing around, 4 or 5 partners showed up to dance with him. The Scotties offensively got a big lift from some special teams today. Tim Connors runs back a punt. Ken Hallock ran back a kickoff return. And the Scotties mounted that 13-0 halftime lead and made it 27-0 early in the third quarter. As Martin goes down the right side, and he pitches back to Hallock. Hallock looking for a block out there. There was nobody out blocking. And coming in there with the stop was Corey McGavin. And McGavin making the stop. Looks like Whitefish has all of a sudden got revitalized here, Kurt. They've stopped everything that Glasgow's thrown at them. With a fourth down and a 10 facing the Scotties from their own 43-yard line. And just over 6 minutes left, the Scotties come out in punt formation. Out to do the kicking, Greg Liebelt. A good snap. This kick, a line driver that sends Keel Block trying to backpedal. He falls down. The ball rolls right at the 15-yard line where it is down by the Scotties. And another fine punt from Greg Liebelt. That was about a 40-yard punt, Kurt. Drops Whitefish in a hole, and they're in a big hole on the scoreboard as well. Trailing 27-0 with just under 6 minutes left. Coach Pat Petrino giving these seniors some playing time in a state championship game. We're going to have a motion call as 5:23 and counting down in the fourth quarter of this 1986 State A football championship game. Whitefish with the football, first and 10 Handoff is to Allen in the lineup. He gets a block out in front from Toretto, but that one block wasn't enough as the Scotties swarm him under for a gain of possibly one. Allen pushes ahead and picks up 2 for the Whitefish Bulldogs. It'll bring up a second down and 8. The football at the 17-yard line of Whitefish. 27-0 if you just happen to be tuning in to KLTZ Glasgow or KSKR Whitefish. And there's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this football game. Scotties look like the 1986 State A champions as the handoff goes inside to Allen. Allen punches ahead for another couple of yards for Whitefish. That'll bring up a third down and about 5 for Whitefish. The Bulldog offense with some new faces running back there. Bobby Williams runs into the offensive huddle. Spenninson will split out wide to the right for Whitefish. In the backfield, Allen and Williams behind quarterback Sword. We're going to have an offsides call. It's going to be on the left guard, Wayne Hunt. Whitefish wants to talk it over with 3:55 left to score. 27-0 Glasgow. We'll be back here to Scottie Field in 1 minute. As the snap in the shotgun goes back to Sword. Sword looking over the middle. Almost picked off. Tim Connors had it for a moment. He was hit by Kevin Kirkland and dropped it. And it will be a 4th down and 9 for Whitefish facing the Bulldogs. And they're going to come out in punt formation with 27-0 facing them on the scoreboard, and not a lot of time remaining. 3:49 in this 1986 football season, and the Scotties look to be wrapping up a State A championship. And a perfect season. This will make them 11-0 on the year. Snap goes deep to the kicker. Keel block. The flag goes down. The kick goes up high, and Connors calls for the fair catch at the 50. They're at the 45. Excuse me. So it'll be at the 45-yard line for Glasgow in this football game. Robert Martin comes up to the line. He drops back to pass. Rolls out to his right. Hits down the right sideline. It'll be incomplete as Connors goes out of bounds to catch it. We'll bring up a second down and 10. Here come the offensive substitutions for the Scotties, and we'll pick up as many as we can as the Scottie fans stand up and give these kids a big hand. Outstanding performance today. It's been an outstanding performance throughout the year for the offensive unit. We got a timeout on the field. The Glasgow Scotties want to talk it over with the second unit offense. And with 3:37 left, the score 27-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. Field positions, Kevin Kirkland and Brian Penny, I believe. The handoff goes to Kirkland. He goes over the right side on this 3rd down and 7 carry. It punches ahead for a couple, and Hank Mike spotted some new faces in on the second unit on the line.
Well, we got Richard Reddick at center, who has also handled all the extra points this year. I see John Thomas in there at 1 offensive tackle.
Go ahead, sir. We're trying to pick up as many numbers as we can for you folks here in Glasgow. They come out in the eye behind the quarterback, Jay Plant, in this 4th quarter. Handoff is to Penny. Penny, he scampers up over the right side, and the second unit offense drives for a 1st down on a 4th down play. And that's going to be a positive point to see from head coach Pat Petrino on the sideline.
Lowen Bingo, an offensive tackle, 6'2", 203-pound junior. 2:26 left here in the football game. It's 27-0. The Scotties with the lead in this State A championship football game. First down and 10 for the second unit offense in the backfield. Kirkland and Penny. The handoff from Plant to Penny. Penny over the left side. He picks up a couple of blocks. He's through the left side. Struggles down near the 25. And the Scottie fans giving the second unit a big hand as well as they come in and do the job. 65, Kurt Ramsbatcher now. I see Stuart Smith going in there. Number 86, Doug Welsh. So everybody getting a little taste of the state championship. Kevin Kirkland checks out of the football game for the Scotties. My buddy hasn't went in yet, Kurt. The Scotties come up the line, and I think it is Bose, the fullback now. Penny, the halfback. The handoff is to Penny. Penny struggles ahead for a possible first down. We got flags on the field. We'll have to see what those are all about. They're going to be on Whitefish, and yes, it is a face mask. 131 separates Glasgow from officially becoming the State A champions. Dirk Monson has just checked into the backfield. Brian Penny comes out. Penny has been a starter on the defensive side for the Scotties throughout this 86 season. This is important for the Scotties for next year. They lose a lot, but for these kids to get in here, and they play against caliber kids all year, playing against the first team of the Scotties. So the second unit offense for the Scotties picks up a first down and 10, and they're going to have it first and 10 from the Whitefish 14-yard line. Bose in the backfield with Dirk Monson now at halfback, and I don't know who they got split out wide to the left. That is Stuart Schmidt. Handoff is to Monson, and Monson is wrapped up in the backfield by defensive tackle, defensive end out there for Whitefish. Bobby Cuff. Also in the lineup is Daryl Cook for the Scotties. He is in at one running back. He just checked in, so it is Cook and Monson in the broken bone behind the second string quarterback Jay Plant. The handoff to Cook, and he is stacked up in the backfield and hit hard and dropped for a loss. That'll bring up a third down for the Scotties, and some more substitutions coming out. We'll pick them up as best we can. Brian Pensker shows up into the lineup along with Darcy Bowes. Sean Sander in at one wide out. As we drop under 30 seconds left in this football game, the Scotties wrapping up in 1986. Class A state championship in football. We've got a flag they're going to call Sean Sander, I think, offside, lining up wrong. There he goes, number 77, Larry Longmore. All right, Larry Longmore in the lineup, along with the new face running in along with him, Jim Uphouse, just checking in. Scotties are going to win the State A championship game 27-0 with 24 seconds left. We'll have a wrap-up of this game, and whoa, Chris, come on back. We'll possibly interview with Coach Pat Petrino for you Scottie fans. We can't guarantee that. We tried to get a message to him at halftime, see if he'd step up and visit with us. We have got a clock winding down, and the Scottie fans are going to count it off for you. The 1986 state championship is picked up by Glasgow as they defeat Whitefish 27-0. And we will be back to wrap up the 86 season for these two teams in this final game when we come back to Scottie Field in 1 minute. I'm going to turn it over to Dave Ray and all the numbers that he has for us throughout this football game to put a wrap on the 86 season. And Dave, what did you come up with?
Sure, thank you very much, first of all, for the Whitefish Bulldogs and the rushing yards. Believe it or not, our Glasgow Scottie defense held the Whitefish Bulldogs to 2 total yards in the second half of play. Those 2 yards were picked up by Monty Pareto, and he got a total of 30 total yards for 13 carries. Todd Feeder with 32 yards on the ball game, and Ty Keelblock with 14 yards. Passing-wise, how did it look up for the Whitefish Bulldogs? Todd Feeder with 10 yards, Matt Nalder with 27 yards, Mr. Johnson with 27 yards, Bobby Cuff with 8 yards passing, and Corey McGavin with 28 yards passing. The totals for the Whitefish Bulldogs, they were 5 for 3 in the second half of play. Total, they were 11 for 18 Sacks yards lost for Whitefish, 24. Rushing yards, 74 in the first half, 2 in the second half, a total of 76 rushing yards for the Whitefish Bulldogs. 80 total passing yards for Whitefish. The total yards in the ball game for them, 156. Penalty yards for Whitefish, they stacked up 40 of those. The punts were averaged 35 yards. 1 interception and 2 fumbles lost by Whitefish. They picked up 9 first downs in this total ball game. Glasgow Scotty's Tim Connors doing all the receiving on the passing end of things as he racked up 110 yards for 5 receptions. Tim Connors, 110 yards passing this afternoon. Rushing yards for Glasgow Scotty's Robert Martin, 6 carries for 35 yards. Greg Liebelt, 13 carries for 60 yards. Ken Hallock, 12 carries for 25.5 yards. Brian Penny was in there in the fourth quarter, a couple of carries, 13 yards. Kevin Kirkland, 8 total yards for our Glasgow Scotties. And the totals. In the first half of play, Robert Martin was 4 for 7, and he was 1 for 3. In the second half, he totaled out to be 5 for 10 in this ball game. No sacks for our Glasgow Scotties. Rushing yards in the first half, 70. Rushing yards in the second, 71, a total of 141. Passing yards in the first half of the Scotties, 107. Only 3 in the second half, a total of 110 passing yards for the Scotties. The total yards for our Glasgow Scotties this afternoon, 251. Penalty yards, 35 for the Scotties. They picked up 10 first downs. It was a great ball game, and the Glasgow Scotties are number 1.
Scotties finished the 86th season, number 1, State A champions with a win over Whitefish in this championship football game, 27-0. And that's going to wrap up all our 1986 football coverage. I'd like to thank Dave Ray for keeping stats throughout the year, Mike Mitchell for joining us, and being the color commentator throughout this 1986 season. And for both of those people, I'm Kurt Kittleson. A good afternoon, everybody.